against the nation just because they're top of the pile. Doesn't mean their vision is the clearest. And the voices of the people are falling on deaf ears. Our politicians all become careerists. They must declare their interests, but not their company cars. Is there more to see in Parliament than sitting on your ass? And the best of all this bad bunch is shouting to be heard.
Sing it, Bill.
About the sound of ideology clashing.
Yeah, Billy Bragg, fucking legend. The legendary Billy Bragg. Amazing take on Billy Bragg. He's singing about ideology. There's more wisdom in that song than all of our politicians combined, right? As Bruce Springsteen said, we learn more from a 3-minute record than we ever learned in school. It's still true, right? Still very true. I learn a lot from that stuff. That's how I learn. That's where I get my education from. I listen to old records. Fuck. So let's talk about some stuff. So CNN is about to get the bomb dropped on them. Oh, shit. CNN tapes are coming, says Veritas. Project Veritas teases the coming of CNN whistleblower. Apparently they've got an embedded guy in there for months recording all of the top brass. So that's going to be good. We'll take a look at that. New law, guns in Florida schools to protect our children. Teachers carrying guns to protect our children. I don't know what you think. I kind of have an opinion of it. We'll talk about it. And a little prison industrial complex ism in America. It's not getting any better. It's getting worse. People just get locked up for no reason. We have more prisoners in jail, and we have more prisoners in prison than any other country in the world. Right? So I'll have a look at that. But first, let's look at this. Try to help me understand what the hell are we looking at right here? Look at this. It says, I'll read you the caption and we'll watch. Teen girls whipped in Hindu ritual believed to cure illness and ward off evil spirits. Okay, let's watch. Oh. Take that, bitch. Oh, fucking fat bitch. Ugh. She's no teenager. She looks like she's about 100 years old. Look at these guys. Perverts. Oh. It's disturbing, right? I'm disturbed by what I just saw. What did I just see? I watched a bunch of middle-aged, older men whipping teenage girls to cure illness and ward off evil spirits. I don't know, man. Culture is just strange, man. Some strange shit in the world, right? When you have fucking that's a way of I don't know, man. I don't even know what to say about that, but it's a little disturbing. I feel disturbed by watching that. So here's the let's talk about some other stuff. Well, let's look at CNN. Okay, so CNN tapes are coming. This is good. So Project Veritas has teased the coming of a CNN embedded whistleblower. Right? Well, a guy who works at CNN in a high-placed job is about to blow the whistle on CNN. Having exposed the disturbing realities inside Facebook, Google, New York Times, and the State Department, Project Veritas's James O'Keefe just hinted at what could be his biggest expose yet, teasing what appears to be a real whistleblower. And remember, these individuals should be protected according to Schiff et al. O'Keefe just told an audience in Washington, D.C., that our next Project Veritas, hashtag Be Brave Inside, is from within CNN. Damn, okay, listen.
We have one announcement to make real quick. One announcement. Because of what Eric did, another person came to us on the inside. He came to us. We're proud to announce the next insider who will blow the whistle. He's been recording for months. All of his colleagues, his bosses, his senior people. This may be the biggest story Project Veritas has ever broke. Next week, the next insider who will blow the whistle on the next organization is within CNN.
Wow. I gotta say, man, with that kind of hype, with that kind of build-up, that's better be good, man. You better have some shit, Mr. O'Keefe. You better have the goods, because you're gonna look like a jackass if you come up short. But I think they got the goods, man. They got the guy on the inside. Furthermore, O'Keefe warned one very special individual of what is coming. It might be time to recall the worst things you've said to CNN staff in the hallways. Brian Stetler. Shit. Shit's getting real, man. This is funny, man. Look at this little clip here. Fire. It's fucking George Costanza running for the dog. Get out of my way, you motherfucker. Building's on fire. Fucking coward. You remember that scene in the Seinfeld? That was a great scene. So let's look at a little more in depth. We cannot wait to hear how unfair this is and why the whistleblower, unlike the other one, needs to be doxxed immediately. Below is the article posted by O'Keefe as part of the suspense build-up to the imminent release of CNN tapes. On the eve of the CNN insider blowing the whistle on his own network. It, quote, "It does not take a majority to prevail, but rather an irate, tireless minority keen to set brush fires of freedom in the minds of men." Samuel Adams, the guy who brought us the beer. Samuel Adams. Wow, it's a great quote. It is. It's true, though. It's that the minority, a small, dedicated crew can change politics forever. You know, most elections are decided, most revolutions are decided by 3% of the population who rise up and take charge, right? In Hong Kong, they've got like 30%. And you see how they're winning. So that's a good quote. This week, a CNN insider will blow the whistle through Veritas. Project Veritas will release dozens of recordings made of officials at the highest levels of CNN, revealing a political agenda, bias, and misconduct hidden from public view. You don't say. CNN has a political agenda? This series of tapes, which we think will be the biggest story of the year for Project Veritas, blends two extraordinary series of events. A brave insider secretly recording at work. That's the best way to do it. That's what I did. Marcus Conte reporting. That's how I blew the whistle on the Department of Sanitation in New York's illegal ticket quota that raked in $600 million over the course of 30 years. An illegal ticket quota. All I did was record. All I did was use their own words against them. It's the best thing you can do as a whistleblower. Write that down. The best thing you can do if you're in a government job, hey, listen, right, my shit is right down below. You see that intel drop? If you're an insider and you want to drop some stuff and you want to work with me, I want to work with you. If you want to blow the whistle on any media organization, government organization, I'm there for you, man. Conte is there for you. I'm not only a publisher of that sort of thing. I actually did it myself, as I said. So that shit works, man. So recordings are powerful. Not just what you see. That's old because nobody will believe you. Oh, I saw this one say this and that one say that. No. put the fucking recorder on. Turn the recorder on. Video is even better if you got a body cam. Wear it, right? Wear it. Let's hear them in their own words kill themselves. So, two series of tapes, which we think will be the biggest story of the year for Project Veritas. Blends two extraordinary series of events, a brave insider secretly recording at work. Good. This is a hard-hitting piece of hidden camera muckraking into one of the supposed most trusted names in news. God damn. I tell you, I don't know if it's going to take CNN down. It never seems to. They'll always have an alibi. They'll spend, 100 hours unwinding what was said on these tapes. And, people don't really care anymore. I think people are so gaslighted to believe that, why would CNN lie? Why would they make up this stuff? Political agenda, because we hate fucking Trump. That's good. We hate Trump. Shit like that. Their own agenda blinds them to the reality that they're digesting and ingesting and consuming fake news. A major aspect of this story is the heroic actions of an insider. All right, so it goes on and on. They're patting themselves on the back, blah, blah, blah. So we'll see. I mean, they gotta live up to this reputation now, Veritas fucking whatever you are. Project Veritas. So we shall see. Great work, man, really. Let's see what it is. Give it to us. So guns in the Florida teachers to carry guns inside of a classroom. You for it or against it? I guess I'm for it. Let's listen to the report.
Well, a controversial new law allows some Florida teachers to carry guns inside the classroom. The state legislature passed that law in response to the deadly shooting at the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland. But so far, only a few of the school districts in the state are following through with it. Alina Shirazi explains.
Teachers in 7 Florida school districts will soon be locked and loaded. A new law enacted this month in the state gives schools the option to allow teachers to carry concealed guns. The law expands on the Guardian School Safety Program introduced after the Parkland shooting last year.
That initial program was everybody except classroom teachers.
Okeechobee is one of 7 school districts taking advantage of the new option to arm teachers. The assistant superintendent of Okeechobee County says their first priority is protecting students.
You can't have a hashtag of putting students first and not want to use every opportunity to keep them safe.
Tedder says they already have several volunteers. One teacher who wished to remain anonymous due to safety concerns says they are ready for the responsibility.
20 years as a teacher. You know your kids, you would want to see anything bad happen to any of them. You have to be willing to do what needs to be done.
But gun control groups dispute the law, arguing teachers simply can't fill the role of law enforcement.
We're worried about the accuracy of that teacher being able to shoot or to be able to shoot at all.
At this time, 39 counties, including Broward and Clay County, are participating in the program. Major counties that include the cities of Miami and Orlando are not. Beyond Florida, at least 8 other states like Texas and Louisiana allow teachers and staff to be armed. Some parents who have kids enrolled in the district think it's a good idea. They say the new law will eliminate schools as soft targets.
If all else fails and my child is sitting in a classroom with some psycho coming through that door, I want my child behind that teacher, and I want that teacher equipped to do something to help themselves, which is also going to help my child.
School employees.
I agree with it. I like it. I think that it's a good idea. I mean, listen, there's the studies that I saw, right? When people are in a situation where you're armed, you have a gun, you got a gun, you're wearing a gun, and someone bursts into a room shooting, a shooter just bursts in and starts blasting people, 95, 99, almost 100% of the time, the guy with the gun can't get the gun out fast enough to shoot the intruder. That's just a fact, right? I mean, they've actually had trained law enforcement sit in a room and try to fend off a onslaught, but that's not really the main issue. A lot of times in a shooting in a school, the shooter begins in one spot and then right? He's over there, he's down the hallway, and you hear the shots. Now you can draw your gun, get children behind you, and when the guy comes through the door, ba 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 ba, right? So the possibility is good. And of course, trained, a teacher. Teacher's already, is someone there teaching your children is a protected, is a screened public servant, someone that has past backgrounds and is trusted to be around your children. Why not trust the teacher to train them? Okay, go take a class. Go take a shooting class, a basic shooting class, how to arm your, and again, because the gun is there, right? Gun is in the classroom. Cowards, right? People that shoot children, people that shoot innocent people, that go into gun-free zones are fucking cowards. The people that go in there shooting in gun-free zones and shoot children are cowards. So if they know that the teachers are armed, you have a better chance of fending off the coward or keeping the coward out of the area, because the coward, they don't want to get shot. They want to do the shooting, right? They're the bully. So I like it. I think it's a good idea. Thank you, Florida, for taking that taking that lead, I guess. So how are we doing in prison industrial complex? Right. So we just talked about guns in schools, right? But people are still getting locked up, and if you have a felony in this country, you're banned. Your Second Amendment rights are removed from you. See, now I don't agree with that. I think that people that commit a crime and serve the time, whatever it is, if it's jail, if it's conditional discharge, if it's whatever the court decides as a dismissal, jail, or probation or parole, whatever it is, whatever somebody did, whatever the crime is, they serve their time, they serve their debt to society. And in my view, they should be, given full rights as an American. Why not? But that's just my opinion. I mean, I might be wrong about that, but I don't know. I think, people maybe even have a time like after 3 years. After serving your, a sentence or whatever it is, once the case is dismissed, right, and you've served your time, maybe a year or two, I don't know, maybe a little waiting period, maybe I don't know, something. But I don't like the idea of losing a citizen losing his Second Amendment rights. All right. Locked up. How the modern prison industrial complex puts so many Americans in jail. It has to do, it's connected, so let's just check it out, right? So we have so many people in jail, right? We're like the leader in prison, in prison population. What kind of shit is that? Why do we have so many people in goddamn jail? You will find the laws most numerous. Where you find the laws, where you find the laws most numerous, there you will find also the greatest injustice. Wow. The great philosopher, student of Plato, said that. Aristoteles. Let me read that again. Where you find the laws most numerous. There's a lot of laws. You find the greatest injustice. That's very interesting, right? And there's no laws in politics, right? Those guys live lawless. But you spit on the sidewalk, you cross the street in the wrong area, you roll something, roll pot to smoke because you feel like smoking. You forget it. The heavy hand of the law comes down on you, crashing down. Right? You forget to renew your license, fucking jail. It's crazy. Too many people in jail, right? The U.S. has both the highest number of prisoners and the highest per capita incarceration rate in the modern world, at 655 adults per 100,000. That's a lot. It's worth noting that China's incarceration statistics are dubious, and they execute far more people than the United States. Indeed, the so-called People's Republic executes more people annually than the rest of the world combined. So what? Still, we don't kill people, but we put them in jail. Still, there's more than 2.2 million Americans in state and federal prisons, as well as county jails. On top of those current serving time, 4.7 million Americans were on parole in 2016, or about 1 in 56. These numbers do not include people on probation, which raises the number to 1 in 35. Nor does it include all the Americans who have been arrested at one time or another, which is over 70 million people, more than the population of France. 70 million people have been arrested in the United States. Maybe we should take a look at that and stop arresting people and treating citizens like citizens. I don't know. It's just a staggering amount of people. Why? Because there's money. It's all about money, right? There's money. The prisons, privatize the prisons. You make money on the security. You make money on the guards, the food, the clothes, whatever the slave labor produces inside of the prison. You sell it. It's a big industry. It's big business. It's business. It's business on the backs of American citizens, right? That have too many laws on their back. I don't like it. For firearm owners, it's in particular, the growth in this prison industrial complex is troubling because felons are forbidden from owning firearms and ammunition under the 1968 Gun Control Act. I say scrap it, get rid of it, as I just said before. As the number of laws has grown and the cultural shift for police has gone from focus on keeping the peace to enforcing the law, more and more Americans are being stripped of their Second Amendment rights, not to mention other civil rights like voting. As of 2017, 6.1 million Americans cannot vote because of a criminal record. All told, 8% of all Americans cannot own firearms because of a felony conviction. I think you just need to scrap it. I think it's something that, that in particular, right? For American society as a whole, the prison industrial complex has created a perverse incentive structure. Bad laws drive out respect for good laws because there are just too many laws. Interesting. Bad laws drive out respect for good laws because there are too many laws. Not to mention rules, regulations, and other prohibitions used by federal prosecutors to pin crimes on just about anyone. Wow. So we got too many freaking people in jail, man. So let's cross our fingers that Project Veritas has done their job, and they have the goods on CNN. That's going to be explosive. Either way, I mean, even little crumbs, we'll take crumbs. But if they have a good insider that's well placed, it'll be significant, right? And in Florida, a good thing for teachers to arm themselves. People should be armed. What's the difference? No gun zone is a zone designed for criminal creeps, creepy criminals, cowards to come in and take advantage of people. That's where they do it, right? And let's empty the jails, man. Let's fill up the schools. Let's make universal college free, to the college level, school free, and empty out the prisons and fill up the colleges. How about that, man? How about that? How about?
Expect a little more back for the taxes. Like school books, beds in hospitals, and peace in our bloody time. All I get is old men grinding axes. Who built their private fortunes on the things they can rely. The club, the secret handshake, the stock exchange, and the old school.